Hello, today I'll be talking about Chapter 9, the case of disappearing workers, and my name is Mayela Noggin. I apologize for my voice because it's going out because I'm also sick. So let's get into it. In the beginning of our introduction, we talk about what is a discouraged worker. So it's basically someone who wants to apply to a job, but they apply for weeks or months, but they keep getting rejected. And this leads them to stop applying, not because they don't want to work, but it's because they feel like it's pointless or exhausting. So the central message is that the official unemployment rate seems to be misleading because it does not account for discouraged or quote-unquote hidden workers, which signifies us to underestimate the real economic struggles for our society. In this econ concept, it basically talks about how a person may choose to stay on disability benefits even if they believe the benefits outweigh the opportunity cost of lost wages and work experience. So, for example, in some cases, working full-time may only lead to just a few more dollars a month rather than actually receiving benefits, but also a potential added stress and other costs such as food assistance or housing. So in this econ concept, I talk about structural unemployment and I also talk about gig economy, but I talk about structural employment, so how it forces some people to take lower skill or gig jobs just to earn income, even if those jobs don't match their abilities. These choices involve opportunity costs, showing that even though people may be counted as employed, the unemployment rate still underestimates the true level of the economic struggle. In this econ concept, we talk about trade-off shifts, meaning that some people stay out of work because it is less rewarding for them. Otherwise, some other people respond by increasing their labor supply, meaning that more people choose to work. So, in this case, the trade-off is between working more hours to earn income or working less, or not at all, and receiving benefits. In this econ concept, we talk about trade-off shifts, meaning that some people stay out of work because it is less rewarding for them. Otherwise, some other people respond by increasing their labor supply, meaning that more people choose to work. So, when people have limited time and energy, in this case, the trade-off is between working more hours to earn income or working less, or not at all, and receiving benefits. So this slide talks about something I have pulled from the text. So, what does this mean? Presidents may highlight the official unemployment rate because it looks favorable, so good for them. But that rate can underestimate economic hardship by excluding hidden workers. This econ concept basically talks about how the economic conditions influence whether people participate in the labor force. For example, when people feel confident about the economy, such as more jobs available, higher wages, they are more motivated to work or look for work. So this increases wanting people to enter the labor force. But if there's a recession or a weak economy, jobs are harder to find and wages may be lower. In this current event slide, it talks about a weak quote-unquote no hire, no fire quote-unquote labor market, which can discourage job seekers, causing some to leave the labor force. And this also means that the unemployment rate may not fully reflect how difficult it actually is to find a job. But a no hire, no fire means that people are not hiring many workers as well as not laying off many current workers as well. So this slide talks about supporting material, basically showing how the official unemployment rate undermines the actual rates, which discusses the actual struggles of our economy. All of these key points show that the labor market is shaped by incentives, economic conditions, and how data is measured. But because discouraged and hidden workers are excluded from the official statistics, the unemployment rate doesn't fully capture the true struggle of the economy and policies. So, for example, taxing benefits can further influence people's decisions to work or not. To conclude this PowerPoint, the disappearing workers are simply not counted in the official unemployment rate. This could be, for example, people who are stuck in low-paying or unstable jobs, or also people who are underemployed, which means working part-time but also wanting full-time jobs. But the key takeaway is that a low unemployment rate does not automatically mean that the job market is strong. And that is the end of my presentation. So thank you and mahalo.